Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Um, Today I'm sharing a design team project, my very first one for KS4U for the month of September, and I have just finished it and thought I will share it with you. And it is also my my fabric book swap for my Cottage crafts, which is Jeanette Bagley. Uh, it is very daunting for me, as she is one of the top crafters in this world, and most of us know her. So it is very daunting for me. So I hope it is up to her standard. So without further ado, so this is, I made a bag to house the book. So I have used snippets of what I had in my design team package. So first of all, this fabric is a square vintage tablecloth. I just fold it into a triangle, and then just fold it in to make this pocket bag, or whatever you call it. So I have layered some lace in a diagonal form, as you can see it here, and especially to cover the flap here. So I have used a bit of this gorgeous lace. If I can find it, here it is. I just love this Venice lace. So I use that to go across. And this piece here is actually from my lovely friend Gail Fleming. I was looking for neutral. We agreed to do it in neutral colors. So I needed something to kind of bring out the colors in, rather than just plain beige and cream and white. So I brought this in just to kind of, you know, highlight it, I suppose. It's beautiful. I believe it's avocado dyed. I love this lace, girl. So I put this over there, and then and underneath this is also, this is not from my design team package, but it is, you can see here, it is from the shop. I bought this from KS4U before, and it is like that. I love Crochet Trim, and this is what it's like. And KS4U has loads of beautiful crochet trim. So this is a piece I cut off, and I just sew. Everything is hand sewed on, but a little bit of fabric glue. Okay, so that I lay across, and then this is a snippet of this beautiful soft lace. There we go. That is the piece. What it is was the snippet of this bottom bit that I didn't want to waste. It was coming down because I cut off this top bit, so I have this bit, and I use it to lay it on top of this beautiful soft crochet trim. And then I made this flower here. I think my iPad's a bit wonky. And this is a bit of shabby flower, which is easy, very easy. It is, oh, this is another one of my favorite trim. This is all I have left. What I did, I just fold it in half, is like that. So I fold it in half, and then I run a running stitch along the top and just gathered it. And then I have this flower underneath. Yeah. And then I lay a bit of cheesecloth, and then I've got some little doilies, which are all grab bags from KS4U that I got before, and they are super cheap, great bargain to get a bag of little doilies, grab bag. So I bought a lot of those. So I just added a couple of pieces of these little doilies, and sew on a vintage button here. So that's my flower. And then back here, this big white crochet trim is also from KS4U, and this is what it comes in. See it? Isn't that beautiful? And it's beautiful and soft as well. So I just lay this whole piece across the back of my bag and sewn it on. And then I did that before I lay all these across, lay all this lovely trim across. And then I sewn on a bits of snippets. I think this snippet is for my stash because I needed a small piece there, so I sewn that on. And then in here I've also sewn on this beautiful piece of crochet trim. Again, it's from KS4U. It's beautiful wide crochet trim there. I just cut a little piece off the scallop bit at the top and sewed it onto this piece. After I've laid a piece across here, which is also from KS4U, is like that, but I have cut off a long piece to fit in here, and I love all this little bit dangling there. So it is, here we go, so it's dangling at the bottom. So I lay that piece across there first before I layer all this trim on top. So as you can see, so I got this is for my stash. I put a bit at the top, and then this is I believe that KS4U also has this lovely flower trim. I think I got that from her anyway. So I just kind of layer it up to fill in this bag. So that is the bag that houses the book. So this is my main project, and it is this, I have to say it has to be my favorite book of all because of the texture. I absolutely love it. It is not very big. We agreed to do a small, so I don't know if she meant by small size or just a small with a few pages, and that's why I did both. So this is the base of my book is actually this thick calico layered with felt in between, and that is the size of it folded, and so that is the size of the book. Okay, so obviously you double it up is the size. Right, so I have made the cover, and this bit here I just this for my stash is from a little girl's skirt. Absolutely beautiful. I just love these soft laces. So what I did, I added a bit of my little braided trim there, and I hook it onto this crochet flower that I bought from Patricia. So I use that to hook it on there, so you can take it off. It's like a veil, and then you can see the book front cover properly, and I just love it. So the crochet is this sari silk ribbon. I love these trims. It's not the other sari silk that is very thin. This one is more thicker. So it might not be silk. I can't remember. But this is thicker texture than the other ones that phrase like that. So this is my book. So that's how it is. And the bottom trim is for my stash, which is an antique cuff. Okay, it was folded, so I cut off the seam bit and open it up so it's kind of curved. I love that. So that is the bottom of the book. So that is for my stash. So on here I covered the book. So actually that I just remember. So what I said just now, that bit was from my stash. It wasn't. So this bit here. So it's actually part of the trim from my design team package, which is this, and I love it. Look at it. It's a very wide Venice lace trim. So I used that. I laid that over the whole front, the whole book cover. Sewn it all on. It's all hand stitch. And then at the edge here is this lace, which I hope I can find it. Oh dear. There we go. It is this one. I love this. I could use this in a few ways. So what I did, I unstitched this crochet trim, top and bottom, so I end up with this beautiful embroidered cotton lace. So that is what is here down that side. So I stitched that on there, and then underneath a bit of you can see some cheesecloth there. So that's the back. I didn't do much with the back because I just wanted it to be, you know, I mean, this is pretty, so I do not want it to be covered, you know, put too much on it. So the main cover here, this is my digital I just bought off, it's the Vintage Ladies 3 from Artimaze. So what have I got? So down the edge again is another piece of this embroidered trim there. After I put on this wide lace, I put my image on, and it's padded. Then I lay the edge with these narrow trims, which is also my favorite. So I got some narrow trims for this. There we go. So that's what I got underneath there. So I put that across. And then the side here is from the applique bundle of 10. And I have bought before a few bundles, so I've got a few to you know, at my convenience. So I use that over there on this edge, and this edge is another applique from the applique bundle. So I use this for the edges, and then at the bottom here I cut up these narrow trims. That is one of my favorites. It's this one here. I just love it. So I cut up 2 layers. Okay, so I cut out one piece like that, sewed it onto the bottom, and then the top bit I cut up another piece and sew it onto the top. So I have 2 of these lovely trims there. And I just thought it's lovely to go with the scallop of Venice lace at the bottom. And I hand sewn this vintage button, and this is a vintage glass button. So that is what I use. And then down here, of course, I got this beautiful trim, a bling. I got 1/2 meter of that. You can buy 1/2 meter or by the meter. So I've cut off 3 pieces, sewed it on, and then I layered it with some flowers. This is from the here. This is what I got. I just cut off a bit. You can see easily. So I sewed it onto this flower, which is also from KS4U, which I bought before. It comes like that. So I just cut off a piece, layer underneath, and at the bottom is also some mini doilies. So it's a couple layers there. And then these silk flowers are also from KS4U that I bought before, and sent me this lovely fabric as flower as well. So I just collage it around the corner, and I really like it. At the top here is also another piece of this lovely flower there. I tie a bow underneath with this, here you go, this fine trim here. tie a bow and then like a swag over there. So I really love this cover, and so this is just go around that flower and then that's it. So it's like a veil. So right, hope you can see it. So the inside back front cover, I layer this the back here with some beautiful wedding fabric, lace fabric that I got from my stash, and it's beautiful and soft. So I'll lay that over there, and then down the side here is also from my stash. Is some beautiful applique with a lot of seed beads. So I put it down, and the top here is a piece of leftover lace that I've got that is beautiful. I can't describe it. Something left over, and I just kind of sewed it on. You can see it goes wider here. It goes wider. So I just sewed it onto the page. So I sew my 2 pages first before I bind it together. And then the side pocket, I use this gorgeous lace, which I love, like as I said. So I just put it there as a pocket, stitch it on the edges, and then I sewed on this beautiful applique as well. Again, I been very frugal. I only use 1 piece. There we go, my favorite. So I use that to just kind of on the edge. And at the bottom here, I have used this beautiful, I call it the Dreamcatcher lace, and I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? So that is what I use. I sew that onto the bottom. So it just, so there's some layers there. Can you see here? So, so that is that, and then I make a little book tag there. There we go. It's another more of my this 2 favorite trim of mine. See how it comes out. You can kind of decorate it and turn it into a lovely frame, doesn't it? The top there. I like it this way. There we go. So I cut off some piece like that and sew it on the top. Whereas underneath this frayed crochet trim is actually from this one I told you. It's got multi-purposes, and that is that. After I took off this middle piece, the trim is what I use for here. So what I did, I cut off the edge and I pull it, and you get these lovely shabby edges. I love it. The torn look, just tear it hard. It is very hard because it's cotton, and so I frame it all around this image. And then bottom here again, I use also this lovely trim. Now I'm beginning to lose it now because it can all mix up. This one here. So I'll put that underneath there. Just to cut a little corner bit, if that's, you know, all you need. And sew it on there. And there's at the corner is some more snippets of the doily. And this bit is the excess of this trim. So I just kind of fold it back into a bow. Now I got some that little doily, all from my grab bag. And then another piece of the flower. I just sewed everything on. So so that will be my little notebook. I must remember to write on it, my note card, before I send it. Right, this is, love this. This is like a belly band which is attached onto this glass button. And this is that favorite trim of mine that I sewed it on the edge here, and I attach it with a bit of a sea bead. So that's that. So I use that as a belly band and to hold this little doll. Okay, so the reason I didn't want to put anything on this page was because I layered a strip of these beautiful trims that I got in my design team package, so that I don't want it covered up. So the top bit is that, right, the scallop bit on top, so that is that, right? So I got a layer of that. I believe I cut a bit off, so I didn't want to waste it, so that's why I got that strip there I used for the bag. And then there you can see the middle bit here is this trim, and then bottom here is that dream catcher lace, okay, and then at the bottom is the little soft one that I use for the flower. Excuse me, find it hard now, echo. So that is that is sewn at the bottom. So that's why I didn't want to cover it up, and I decided to make this doll, and then it's held on by this beautiful trim, okay. And so out of this doll here, I make the skirt for my own stash, but this shawl that she got on, it is from this that I just wrap around her and stitch it on. And I added that little lace on there, the little fine trim. I find it hard now to find everything because because it's just, there we go. So I have a little piece of that at the edge of this shawl, and on that side, and then I stitch on some sea beads, and then I got a tiny little vintage button as well that I put on in the middle. And this bit here is from this favorite trim of mine, and that is from the flower. There we go. It is from a little bit of that snippet, okay, a bit of that. So that's why these kind of trims are so useful. So I sewed on a little sea beads there as well. So that is that. So you take this doll off, you can see the all the work on this page, and the edge here is that is from my stash, and this flower is from KS4U from my design team kit. So at the underneath it, I added some of this, which is also from KS4U I got before. So I just took a few of these leaves or petals off and just sewed it onto the bottom, and then I attached this rose, and then I sewed on then another one of these glass vintage glass button, and these little rolled roses are from my good friend Roseanne, thank you. So it's all neutral color, so I'm gonna, this is attach it on there. So that is that page. So this page, so it is, I just love it. Right, and that piece, I believe it is from the applique bundle, and the page I have used snippets of that. At the top you can see I got some of this scallops showing, which is on there. So I use it in an angle actually, so an angle again, and then the bottom half is the other half of this, the other half of this soft one. You can see the flat roses, so I lay that across at the edge as well. So that's how I did this, the fabric, the base, the page. So that is how I do the base of the page, okay. And then you can, and then this one here, I stitch it into this way because the fabric was slanted, so I did it that way, and then I bring it back up again a little bit like that. Okay, where I cut a little snip there and then tuck it. So that is the bottom bit. This image is gorgeous. So I've got some of these applique, and then another piece of applique from the bundle. The bundle applique bundles. I tell you what, a fantastic price for £1, $1.20 in the sales for 10 appliques. So I sewed that on the edge, and I added this fine here. I just gathered it as I stitched, so I got this little ruffle there. So a little bit at the bottom here as well. Now that is when I say it's like a dream catcher. You see this trim here? You cut this out. Doesn't that look like dream catcher to you? You see that? Cut it off there, and then that little bit of dangle. So that is what I have. Okay. So it looks just like a dream catcher. So I called it my dream catcher lace trim. And then I added a little bit of these mini doilies on top, and I layered it with this flower, and that is also from KS4U. She has a lot of flowers in the shop, so do check it out. Yeah, while there is stock. So, and this, my all-time favorite, is from KS4U as well. I don't know if there's any more in stock. I might have bought a lot. I love this. This is like mulberry flower, but it's the texture. It's like it's very, you know, it's not this thick hard mulberry. It's between tissue paper and mulberry paper. I just love these flowers. So I stitched that onto the page. And this is the middle where I just add a couple of these, also from KS4U, these lamb work beads. I don't know if there's any more. I love them. So I added that at the end of this, the binding there. So this page here, look at this. Look at this applique. Don't they make the best pocket ever? I just love it. It's all from the bundle of the applique, you know, the applique bundles. So all I did, I just sewed that onto there. I didn't do much because it's, you know, you don't want to spoil all the you know, this beautiful laces and all that by covering it. I did sew a little bit more of that snippet, just a bit here and there. I just add a little bit of snippets, which is the other one I told you is this one. So I add a bit there. I just sew that on, so there's a little bit there. This is from my stash, these leaves, and this is from KS4U flowers, fabric flowers. And then the little soft fabric tag here. You can see there's another piece of applique, and I just added some sea beads. And then there is this trim, and that's ruffled trim again. So I just sewed on this at the back, and then stitches on the front, and then another piece of the snippet, and at the back you can see I've sewn on this trim all around, and there's my dream catcher lace there. I've sewn at the back, and the front it is this lovely piece, and then here is actually one of those mini doilies I fold in half. There you go. Just kind of give it some more, you know, dimension. So that is the fabric tag that goes in this pocket. So to give it a bit more, I just love the texture. To give it more texture, I added another from my stash, this lovely soft lace there. I just thought I sewed it onto the top there, and then again added this trim there. So that's the middle page. And then this page here, so that is from my stash, this applique, and so is this. And I sewed on this vintage button onto these appliques. But at the bottom here, it is the it is this page where I got a lot of layers. Yeah, layers and layers. So that is underneath there. I just added this image and sewn on this lovely trim. So that is that page. I just don't want to add too much in. It just kind of hide everything. So I just make it as simple as possible. And this one here, again, you know, I want to be able to see and feel some of these, you know, lace and whatnot. Some more of my applique there with the lost sea beads and sequin. You can see that Dreamcatcher lace. So what I did was I decided not to attach it to the page. I just make it to this fabric tag. I just sewed it onto here at the top. So what I did, again, I used the I tore this crochet trim to give it the fray look, and then fold it over this image and sewed it. And then at the back I added this lovely Venice trim. Okay, so you can see it coming through here. And then the bottom scallop, I cut it off from this very big wide trim. So again, this all can be snipped out. You can use this in so many ways. So that is that bottom bit there. And you can see the top bit here is actually from there. Okay, so I have used the top of this lace and the bottom of this lace to make this tag. Okay, so and then and I left on this lovely that kind of netty look at the top. So I'll layer it out with a bit of this mini doilies as well, or from the doily grab bags. And then I sewn on this beautiful bling button. I've got one left. I bought a set of two. So sewn it on, and at the back here, the top actually is some of this button back trim as well, which I just wanted a bit of, you know, more layers. So that's that. So here I just thought I'd add a bit more dimension by folding a doily, this from the doily bag, and this as well, and then I sewed on this vintage button. So that is that. So right, so that is my first design team project for KS4U. I hope you will like it, and I hope that you have gone and bought plenty of goodies at the bargain, and while stock lasts as well, and it runs throughout the month of September, and there'll be lots more new goodies coming afterwards. So I hope yeah, so I hope you like what I've made, and I also hope that Jeanette will like it. I know we agreed in November, but I will send this off in October, so that be in good time and not too early for you. I know you're a busy lady, so I just thought while I make the project, I'll just I'll swap as well. Killing two birds with one stone, as they say. So, yeah, I do hope you like it, Jeanette, because it is daunting. Like I said before, to swap with the bear. Oh, I forgot, didn't I? I forgot, sorry. On the spine, I just used a lot of those fine trims that I got from the package. And then I also torn that crochet one to give it this tattered look. I love that. So I just added a few strands and just added it to the spine of this veil. And then there is I sewn these beautiful silk flowers as well which is from the design team package, which I got another one. It's a pack of 2. And then to attach the back of the veil, I sewn on these beautiful crochet flowers that I bought from Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. I love them. Using them frugally. So that's it. Sorry about it being too long. I hope that wasn't too long-winded. I will come back again soon with a second project. So take care, everybody, and I will see you again soon. So, bye-bye.